Hello and welcome! This is the Hack The Dino Gaming Cast, where we bring you all the gaming news from the past, present, and future. I am Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, and I'm here as a special guest star for Hack The Dino Gaming Cast.
Your English is incredible,
Thank you.
Mr. Kojima.
I've been practicing.
Yeah. Your Australian accent's spot on too.
Thank you. Yes, I've been working really hard with Ben. He's a wonderful guy, Ben.
Yeah.
I actually really... don't tell him.
He's the star of your new game, isn't he?
Keep it quiet, all right?
Okay.
But yes, me being Hideo Kojima, I've got a lot of really exciting things to talk about, which I will be revealing this show. Yeah. But I'm also joined by a very special guest on the Gaming Cast, not as special as me, obviously.
Yes.
But I would like to welcome to the show none other than HR Pufnstuff.
Yes, that is me. That
HR,
is me.
how are you going?
Well, after all the lawsuits have gone through, I think we've come out of this stronger.
Yep.
I think this will. It's not going to do wonders for the brand. I understand that. The reboot we were working on probably going to get pushed for another year or so until things blow over.
Do you know in Japan it's really popular?
Oh, that's good.
Really popular over in Japan.
That's good.
In fact, Solid Snake was actually based some part on HR Pufnstuff.
That's wonderful. I'm glad that pop culture can break these boundaries.
It's funny because what I actually did when I devised it was so it was the id and the ego of HR Pufnstuff. So Liquid Snake was the id, and Solid Snake was the ego.
I'm glad you picked up on those
People would
themes.
think it would be the other way around. That Liquid Snake would be the ego, but no, that's not what.
I'm glad you picked up on the complexities of the character that we brought to that because he is a it's quite close to me because he is me, and after all these years, the lines have blurred between who he is and who I am and what life's all about.
I mean, that suit just doesn't come off anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's actually it's part of the issues, and it's part of what made those lawyers so angry.
Another very special guest we've got here. I mean, it's an old guest star spectacular here on Hack the Dino Gaming Cast this year with me, Hideo Kojima, and HR Pufnstuff.
That Australian accent just gets better and better.
I know, right? Especially when I talk really fast. Joining us over controlling the computer, a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold Steve Austin's here. Stone Cold, how are you?
All right, lads, I'm doing all right.
Have you been spending some time abroad, Steve?
Yeah, just hanging out in parts of England.
Oh. So how do you feel about your big old WrestleMania payday coming up?
I'm a wrestler.
You've been on the drink a little bit, haven't you? There.
Give me a heck yeah, Steve.
Hell yeah.
Tonight on Hack the Dino, me, Hideo Kojima, is going to be talking about the 10 Wii U games you should buy before the eShop closes forever. HR Pufnstuff, what else do we have?
Well, I was going to say, as everyone knows, you made some incredible games on the Wii U.
I did.
And we also have a excellent segment of a title of a game that I'm legally no longer allowed to say due to its implications.
That's right. Stone Cold, what's it called? Stone Cold?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Stone Cold! We're going to be quizzing on people's faces, which, when you're around Ben and you're me, Hideo Kojima, happens a lot. But first, now, Brayden.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard, but the Nintendo Wii U eShop is closing very, very soon.
I'm honestly kind of shocked it's not already, but yes, continue.
Do you know what the travesty is, though? There are a lot of really cool games exclusively on there. And Nintendo being Nintendo, once it closes, that's it. They're gone for good.
I feel like, didn't the Wii U have a lot of re-releases of stuff that was exclusive to the Wii U?
Yep. A lot of re-releases, a lot of eShop-only games.
Yeah.
So I've decided to cobble together the 10 Wii U games you need to buy before the eShop closes. Now, just to reiterate, the eShop closes for adding payments in August. And then you've got until March next year to use all that money, and then it's done.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you need to buy your $60 e-cards
and
push them onto your Wii U, and it'll steal your data and sell it to many illegal practitioners.
Stuff them straight through the disk drive slot.
That's it.
Yeah.
So another thing I should mention before I go into it, if you do have any Wii U games downloaded on your Wii U, you may want to check that no updates are there. Because again... If the eShop closes down, you won't be able to get those updates and you won't be able to play a better version of your game or, in some cases, a fixed version of your game.
So go dust off that Wii U and get on board.
So for number 10, Braden, do you want to read out number 10?
I can do that. I've got the run sheet over here. Let me scroll down because I haven't looked at it since we talked about the PlayStation games.
I like the way you're bantering, like you're covering up for something, but your banter is actually you just explaining that you're bantering to keep up with something.
Yeah.
It's very meta.
Yeah.
Or unprofessional. I don't know which one.
No, it's meta. Definitely meta.
Definitely meta.
Did you want to mention the segment that's getting delayed or?
Oh, yeah, so we were going to do a segment called the 10 games that have already been delayed in 2022, but we've decided to delay it. Yes, that pause was for comedic timing. Your pod player didn't... Pod player? Your Winamp didn't skip a beat.
Winamp. Game and Wario. Not the best game in the WarioWare series, but it will probably never get a re-release. So it's time to jump on board for it. Now, this one, each one of the 16 minigames requires the idiosyncratic Wii U gamepad to actually function properly. We've got some gameplay on the screen now.
Which is probably why it will never be released again.
Yeah, no, I can't see them ever supporting the Wii U gamepad in any sort of regard ever. Haven't they? They've already transferred some Wii U games over, but nothing that is requiring of the gamepad, haven't they?
Yeah, nothing they can't get around.
Just things that are in normal controller, basically.
I think the only thing they could do to make this work on Switch is
Game
in
Boy
a similar
Advance link
way...
cable.
Huh?
Game Boy Advance link cable.
Maybe, but
that'd be
well,
fun.
kind of similar. What I was thinking was like what they've done with some of the Mario Party stuff is you can link systems together to do multiplayer and things. What if they just let one person who is playing in handheld mode do the touchscreen stuff, and other people use a TV on a different system?
Because Nintendo.
Oh, didn't they give support for like GameCube controllers and stuff?
At some stage.
Isn't that a thing? Or was that on,
you can use them?
That was
for
on the Wii
some
and stuff, wasn't it?
But not everything.
Yeah, so like basically the closest we would come to it is if they provided like, hey, we're releasing a cable that you can plug your Wii U gamepad into, and then they have to try and keep stocking Wii U gamepads, and they would
and then the
hemorrhage
current ones
money.
become very expensive, and it becomes a whole nightmare of collection. And
Yeah, absolute nightmare. Now, this game was initially supposed to be a pre-installed tech demo, but Nintendo reworked it into a full release instead, which probably explains a lot about the title's strengths and weaknesses. But it is a great way to showcase what makes the Wii U unique, which will be a great conversation starter when people forget that it exists.
Oh, what's that? Well, that's a Wii U.
What's that white thing over there?
Well, not many people have the white one because it had a lower production run because it had a smaller hard drive, and as a result, is a lot more collectible. Wii U's to buy secondhand now, upping towards the $200 mark. It's ridiculous.
Wow, I bet Nintendo could get a cut of that.
No, it's secondhand. Nintendo doesn't get crap.
Oh, sorry, I bet they wish they could get a cut of that.
crazy.
Can you imagine Nintendo like adding a thing where like they have to get a cut of like their secondhand sales?
Wouldn't surprise me.
They would be like, we want all the Pokemon money. And we'll say, just release the game on the Switch. God damn it.
Yeah. And we will give you money. You can have money. Just release it.
Nintendo, you can have all my money. Just release the goddamn Pokemon
You've already
games.
got my soul. You might as well take all my cash as well. God. Anyway, next up, speaking of owning my soul, the Virtual Console. I've cheated a bit here and just lumped a couple of games that are exclusively on the Wii U, in that they are not on the Virtual Console for the 3DS or on the Switch Virtual Console.
These weren't even on the 3DS Virtual Console?
No.
What?
No. So some of the games include Earthworm Jim on the Super Nintendo, Battletoads on the NES, Pokemon Red and Blue. All right, well, they were on. They were. Game Boy Game Advance that weren't available on the 3DS for Nintendo reasons include Zelda the Minish Cap, which was on there, but only if you had an ambassador program. Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, which is a hell of a fun game. The Pokemon Pinball games are underrated. They are fun as hell. Golden Sun and Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. All these games are super expensive to buy now, so digital is the only way you're going to get it. And as I've said here, God damn it, Nintendo, you're leaving money on the table. Release these games from the best system ever.
Yep.
Which is the Game Boy Advance games, because Game Boy Advance is the best system ever.
Damn straight.
Anto, do you want to talk about the next one?
You want me to talk about Nintendo Land, huh?
I do.
Nintendo Land.
Nintendo Land is, I feel like sort of fits what Braden was talking about earlier. It's kind of like a proof of concept tech demo-y kind of thing, similar to Wii Sports, except it wasn't a pack-in game and absolutely should have been.
Hang on a second. It wasn't a pack-in
Nope.
game?
No, it was. Nintendo Land was.
Later on, but it wasn't like...
No, the original... No,
Was
it
it?
originally launched with it, and then they took it out in later ones.
I was gonna say.
See, that's where I got tripped up, because I bought mine after the Wii U launched, and I had to buy it separately.
No,
So
no. It's
There we go.
definitely
I
a
stand
launch
corrected.
game.
Well,
Okay.
I sit corrected.
That
but-
makes much more
yeah.
sense.
Either way, that's fine. Yeah, it was
Stick to the notes, Anto.
12 sort of mini-game multiplayer concept thing. The standout for myself was the Animal Crossing... I can't remember what it was called. Candy Hunt or something?
Animal Crossing Snooze Fest.
Yeah, Snooze Fest probably works. But yeah, you had 12 total minigames that you could play. Way more involved than something you'd expect out of something like Mario Party. Like, they were, fully formed ideas. Multiple difficulty levels. It's cheap. I'm trying to find footage to sort of show off how it all works, because...
Imagine a circle, and at the edge of the circle
Well,
are
lands.
other mini games.
Yeah, like,
And
the
then-
hub world
and-
was just this weird theme park thing, and you went into, like, stage areas and dressed up as characters from series instead of playing as them. It was a very weird experience.
Imagine if on the Wii, remember Wii Play, which was just like
I do.
like pool and darts.
Excuse me. Neon pool.
Oh, whoa.
There were neon lights.
Imagine
around it.
that, but they
Neon air
themed
hockey.
it around all their incredibly successful properties that they have. It makes a lot more sense. It's still kind of just the mini games, though.
It was fun though. It was a fun mini game. I didn't play it much, but the best part is that you can get it for around $3 now. So either grab it there or download it before it goes away forever. Speaking of going away forever, these next games you really need to grab because these are amazing. They were released on the 3DS as well in physical form. I'm not sure about in Australia for these two. But anyway, I'm talking about NES Remix 1 and 2. In the Wii U era, Nintendo experimented with ways to attract new gamers to retro content, and NES Remix was the classic example. It had It had a collection of physical releases with its sequel at retail in North America and Japan, but not in Europe. So no, it didn't come out. The sequel didn't come
I
out.
thought you were just doing a Porky Pig impression.
NES Remix doesn't have complete games. You'd have to buy them on the Virtual Console, which linked to. So when you played snippets, it was like WarioWare.
Yeah.
So Mario Brothers 1 would come up and it said, collect all the coins. And you have to collect all the coins in the stage before the time run out. But then if you enjoyed playing it, they had a hyperlink almost, where if you wanted to play it, you moved it over there and it took you to the virtual shop where you could buy the whole game.
Wow, that feels like what mobile games wish they were.
Yeah, but with Nintendo's IP.
Yeah, wow. How they would have made heaps of money off of this, surely.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't a well-known series. I mean, I've
Okay.
got them over there.
Yeah,
It's
that's fair enough.
they're really great games.
Is this a little ad for it?
Yeah, especially the retro collector such as me, who
Yeah.
remembers all these games from their childhood. Fan-freaking-tastic. It was great. Loved it. That's all. It's basically Mario Party. It's no WarioWare, but with 8-bit and 16-bit Nintendo games.
I imagine quite a lot of these are on the Switch Online NES stuff. No?
Oh, the games?
Yeah.
Majority of them are. So they could bring it out quite easily. And I really wish they would on Switch Online. Like, even bring it out on the eShop. I will buy this. Surely all the work's there.
Yeah, I mean, you just changed the file name from Wii U to Switch. Surely.
That's right.
That's how games work.
So little things like we can see on the screen here, ignore the clones. And there's
Yeah.
3 of you cloning your every movement. And you have to defeat the bosses.
Wild.
You've got Link
Link in Mario?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. And you got Booze in Whispy Woods.
Was this released prior to Mario Maker with the Amiibo support, so you
Yes.
could put Mega Man in things?
Yes, it was released previous to that. So I think that may have been the genesis of it. So you got moving through. Hey, it's a really great game. They just really twist those old retro levels in ways to make it challenging.
Kirby popped up on the screen before and it made me think about Kirby Car again. Kirby.
Kirby, yes.
Kirby.
Yes. All goes well. We're going to have a special guest next show who's a massive Kirby fanatic. So
Ooh.
that'll be a fun time.
Ooh, you'll have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, yeah. I've already compiling a list on reasons why Kirby's the console killer.
Oh, I thought he was the god killer. I thought Kirby could defeat universes.
I mean,
Well-
he can, but
Technically. Yeah.
Is Kirby a he?
I don't know. I never gave it a sex.
Yeah.
You
didn't want to sex Kirby?
I didn't want to sex that little mushroom. No, not mushroom, marshmallow.
You're thinking of Toad. It's
Yeah.
understandable. It's a
Either
Freudian
or.
slip.
Like, have those two going at it. Just bumping heads.
The official lyrics for the Kirby Right Back at Your theme song are Kirby, 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 that's a name you should know. Kirby, 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 he's the star of the show.
Oh.
But what if they're talking about Jack Kirby? Did you think about that, Anto?
It would be
Star of-
hilarious if Jack Kirby was attacking King DDD.
Do you know where Kirby got his name from?
Vacuum cleaners.
No, it's the name of a lawyer who stopped Nintendo being sued, and they were so grateful they named Kirby after him.
Damn. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go.
Why didn't OJ do that? Star Fox Guard is a Wii U game.
Yes! Woo! Well done. Good
Thank
job.
you. This interesting take on base defense was included as a bonus disc in some first print copies of Star Fox Zero. Many argue it's better than the actual game itself.
It is.
It is just a really good, better game.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's, but with Star Fox.
Oh,
And you kill these little robots who are trying to break into your base.
sure.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Sippy the Frog is sitting at a desk monitoring enemies through his video cameras. Star Fox Girl was part of Nintendo's efforts to showcase the unique gaming possibilities of the gamepad by sort of rebranding a game that already existed on PC.
Yes, at that stage it did.
Cool.
Yep.
On the TV, you see the monitors of a dozen security cameras, while on the gamepad, you place the cameras. And once you've spotted an enemy on the main screen, you quickly select the right video feed so you can subsequently shoot your enemies on the TV. It's not available in physical form at all now.
Not readily available. So it came as a pack-in with Star Fox, but only the initial run.
So
any
it's like a very little amount.
Yes. So, I mean, it's attainable, but it's hard to find because not many people want it. But a lot of the people who do want it because it is a better game than Star Fox.
And they want it for their collection. This is wild. Like, what?
Yeah, it's a game.
I don't know why I was expecting it to still be in a dark, creepy hallway like Five Nights at Freddy's, which would have been a weird take.
Honestly, I would play a Five Nights at Freddy's game with animatronics made of the Star Fox characters.
I want Nintendo Land, but Nintendo Land is now a Five Nights at Freddy's horror-themed game, and it's like that new Five Nights at Freddy's, but everything's like as if you're in a restaurant, like a Chuck E. Cheese, but it is Nintendo-themed.
Do you want to
That'd
be
be
better?
actually pretty good.
Just watching that Nicolas Cage film.
Oh, Wally's Wonderland?
Wonderworld? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Where he just stops and takes a pinball break?
Yeah, like his watch goes off. It's
good shit.
And he has to go play.
Good shit.
And he gets more and more into it.
That new Nicolas Cage movie looks fantastic.
Where he's playing Nicolas Cage?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Looks real fun.
Anto, you want to do the next one? It's just for you. Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
The best.
I mean, are you sure?
Yeah, all yours. Go for it.
Because honestly, this whole lack of video thing is stressing me out. You want me to do Dr. Luigi?
I do.
I want you to bend him over and do Dr. Luigi.
I mean, there's a prostate exam and then that, right?
Wah, 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 wah.
So Dr. Luigi came out as part of the Year of Luigi.
Known for its
Historically-
incredible profits.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop you there. The Year of Luigi. This is official. You can check this on the internet, on Wikipedia. It is officially, the Year of Luigi, officially Nintendo's worst financial year in its over 100-year history. The Year of Luigi, everyone. Round of applause for Luigi, you useless piece of shit.
Yeah. Tell you what,
Luigi's not useless. They were so mean.
if they had done the Year of Toad, it would have been an absolute banger of the year.
Yeah, it would. Mushrooms, man. Yeah, it's basically just a reskin of Dr. Mario with a few tweaks and minor like mechanic changes. So if you like Dr. Mario, it's just Dr. Mario with Luigi.
Yeah.
There's not really anything more I can say
But
about it.
it was only released on the Wii U.
Yes.
So once the eShops close, that's it. Gone. Bye forever. So again, you should really get it to preserve some kind of history. I mean, sure, Nintendo has it and they can release it whenever they want, but we all know they won't. So get it, preserve it. You never know when it's going to pop off in popularity, and then you're going to have like a Death Stranding, not Death Stranding, what is it?
I want Death Stranding with Luigi.
I mean, it's on PC. You probably could do that, right?
What's the game? PT. You got a PT situation on your hands. I had
They
an
put
opportunity,
Luigi in PT? He's in the fridge.
just as an aside. And then like baby Luigi's in that sink.
As long as you don't have like the annoying coin jingle and the happening every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's in the sink.
No.
So I had the opportunity to purchase a PlayStation 4 with PT demo on it. Ooh. At least I thought it was on it.
Oh, no.
I was negotiating it. Oh, yeah, I got it, but I deleted it. So, yeah, unless you have it downloaded already onto your account, you can't get it on this one. I said, well, what am I buying this for?
Well, I could bump into a PS4 on the side of the road at this point.
Yeah, but it was attached to your gamer tag.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to give up their gamer tag.
What?
So it's like, well, what's the point?
Why
What
are
am
you
I
trying
buying?
to sell it then? What are you? Yeah.
I've got a PS4. I don't need it.
Weird. Very, very
If you're
weird.
watching, you're silly.
Do you think Mario and Luigi's parents were putting pressure on them to both get doctorates?
No, because Mario actually found him in a tube when he was plumbing.
I was going to say, because they were already quite successful plumbers.
You know,
I assume they're successful.
it's actually little known knowledge that Mario is actually a grade A grifter.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's not actually qualified in anything at all. He
He's
just
not a rocks
rocks up
boxing
and does
referee.
stuff.
Yep.
Damn, he'd make a great politician.
Well, you know, why do you think he's so high up in the Toadstool world?
You know what? Now I want an Ace Attorney game, which is just Nintendo Land. I'm just going to keep bringing it back. I want Ace Attorney, but you're defending the other Nintendo characters, and it's an entire Ace Attorney
Things like
game.
malpractice.
Yeah, like straight up, it's like Samus, you are murdering an entire civilization of creatures on alien planets. Like, what do we? What do we do
Toad,
about
you're
that?
just having too much sex.
Toad.
Just too much.
Toad.
You're gonna wear yourself rounded. Just stop it.
You're gonna wear yourself around.
You horny little fungus.
Waluigi, you need to stop slinging space dust to kids on the street.
Yep.
Like, it's not good, man.
And Donkey Kong, just lay off the crack.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah.
Just, you're not fooling anyone with that little tie.
Yeah.
Just stop.
And Diddy Kong is dealing Bitcoin.
Yeah, totally. Fucking boomers.
Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. Nintendo had an experimental phase of doing free games that required Amiibo.
I think we know who keeps me on track and who doesn't.
And his name isn't Floppy. Free. On
Free.
3DS as well.
Free DS.
It's an Amiibo-driven take on Mario versus Donkey Kong. That entire concept. There are fun ideas here if you have a decent collection of figures, which, I mean, I felt the second you get one Amiibo,
That's it. The addiction starts.
everyone just jumps on it. Also, Nintendo have, done this incredibly terrifying thing where they've really, cornered... Oh, Anto's calling you out on all the Amiibos you've got hanging up there. Hanging?
Yeah, sure.
That's creepy. They're making an endless collection.
Yeah.
So if you got in early, there's this need to keep the collection complete, but they keep adding new stuff to it.
I only buy cool figures.
Okay,
so
yeah,
that's
cool.
not all of them.
Because I feel like that's what people did with pop vinyls and shit as well.
Yeah,
People
no.
just went, oh, it's too many. I
But
give up.
these look a lot better than pop vinyls.
They do look a lot better.
I collect the Zelda range, I collect the Pokemon range, and I collect the Mario range.
That's very healthy to limit it to one collection.
And then when there's a cool Samus one, or
Yeah.
I got the Joker one, I got Ken and Ryu, and I've got a lot. I should probably.
Was it Jared Leto's Joker?
Yes. When Jared Leto ripped off his face and revealed that he is me and I am him, Persona. Pushmo World. Pushmo World, or Pull Blocks World in Europe, is the Wii U entry in the quirky puzzle series from Nintendo's more experimental period on the eShop, which brought us a handful of very good 3DS games. This Wii U entry is excellent too, as it utilizes the greater power of the system and its online connectivity to not only deliver more puzzles, but also the ability to create and share your own puzzles. Now, this is not a physical release. This is a eShop only release, much like its 3DS predecessors. Really, really cool game. It's pretty much push and pull puzzles in order to get up and solve the problems. Okay, so I'm taking that very last one. I'm just calling it now. So, Anto, do you want to take the number 9 or 2, whichever way we're going?
I would, but the internet is tanked so hard I can't access the run sheet.
Metroid Prime.
I would love to talk about Metroid Prime, but yeah, read what's on the sheet. I can't see it.
Okay.
Just go for it.
That's right. I'll quickly read this and then you can give some thoughts on whether or not Metroid Prime is a good game. Until we get it re-released on the Switch in the lead up to Prime 4, grab the original trilogy for the Wii U, because physical copies are going for around $150 to $250. I'm assuming Australian?
Yep.
as well. So that is the best way to play it now, is purely on the Wii U before the eShop disappears.
Correct. Anto, what do you think about Metroid Prime Trilogy?
I think it's great. I'm a huge fan of Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. When they first came out, people were a little concerned because, Super Metroid is widely sort of lauded as the best 2D Metroid game, if not best 2D sort of, Metroidvania-y game ever made. But no, it works really well. It gives off real sort of like original Alien vibes in the fact that it really does create an atmosphere of just solitude on an alien world where you've got to piece together what the hell has happened. 2 is a little bit more difficult. It's basically the same as the first one with a reskin in terms of plot and story and characters and enemies and stuff. But it's just a solid experience, and if you can get it digitally for however much it's going for, compared to $200 physically, absolutely do it. It's worth it just for the improved controls because you get the pointer controls. It doesn't support classic controllers, I don't think, on Wii U.
No.
But yeah, it's honestly probably the better way to play it, especially because they rebalanced the difficulty on all 3 games and made it a bit more approachable compared to the GameCube releases. But I'd give them maybe a solid 9 out of 10 for each game in terms of like overall enjoyment level.
That's up there.
And the only reason it's missing, a singular point is because there is a fair amount of backtracking to do towards the end of each game.
It's a Metroidvania, dude. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah. But, either way, like backtracking can be designed in a good way that means you don't have to go back to the same place 7 times compared to once.
I don't like any kind of backtracking.
Metal Gear.
Oh, hey.
Metal Gear Solid 1 had some real rough backtracking.
Let's not say things we can't take back, okay?
Just
let's just calm down a little bit, all right?
How many times did you have to go through that snow part?
Hey, it's lovely. Quite refreshing. And finally, I've cheated a little bit with this last game, but I thought it was necessary to say anyway because this game is so damn good. It was released on other systems, so you can get this on other systems, but it was never released physically in Australia. I am talking about DuckTales Remastered. This game, chef's kiss. It was fantastic. It was fantastic on the NES, and it was even better with the updated graphics on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and the Wii U. Now, this was taken off the eShop, as with most games that are IPs, and then put back on later after they obviously work something out.
Nice.
It is a fantastic and faithful remake, and the music still bangs like anybody's business. It is just... It does.
That's a good way to put something.
I've seen the videos.
Oh.
Yeah,
Every day we're out buffering DuckTales.
Woo. So I've got this on the NES. I was obsessed with it as a kid. I have this on my 360, I believe, which is elsewhere. But yeah, fantastic game. Everyone needs to play it. I don't know if any of you guys have played DuckTales in either form.
Haven't they? Oh, Anso's bringing big thumbs up. Didn't they? Was it in the Saturday Morning Collection?
Yes, it was.
Yes, okay, it was in that as well. So yeah, you can find this game in other places as well, but like
that was the original NES version though. That wasn't the remastered.
Not
with
the remaster.
Updated graphics.
Oh,
yeah, and
okay.
updated sound and everything wonderful.
Okay, in that case,
watched
want to double check with it.
Rest of the latest DuckTales TV series.
So no joke, this is how much Michaela and I loved the new DuckTales because it ended. It ended. We are up to the 3-part finale. And we've been up to the 3-part finale for coming on like a year and a half
You just
now.
refuse to watch it because then it's over?
We just don't want it to end. So, we'll watch it at some point, but like we need to like make a night of it because we're not emotionally prepared for it to be gone. Because that show is fantastic.
I think I watched up to the start of the second season where Della Duck comes back.
Yep. Yeah, you're about
Donald's taken away.
You're about to get to more like They do more Darkwing stuff. Like they do so much fun stuff in there. There's an entire. I don't want to spoil stuff for you.
Don't because I will watch it.
There's a really meta episode. That's all I'll say.
There was oh man,
it's really
we're going off
really
track
fun.
here. But there was the Danger Mouse relaunch.
Yes,
they had a meta episode where like he was also every couple of episodes they'd bring in Count Duckula, and like they were like rivals, and they had a meta battle where Danger Mouse had figured out how to get a hold of the writers.
Yep.
And then, Count Duckula, or maybe the other way around, Count Duckula realised that he could get a hold of the score.
Oh my god.
And they just had a battle with the writers writing something and then the score changing it.
Oh my
via
god.
emotions
That's
and everything.
great. That's so fun because you'd imagine it would be the animators.
Yeah.
But to do it with the score, that's even funnier. Like,
Yeah.
it's so out there.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, that's good.
Anto, what do you think about Danger Mouse? Anto's dead. Well, you never watched Danger Mouse.
I did, but I kind of was probably a little bit too young to get the hype around it. I don't know.
What do you think about Count Duckula? Count Duckula.
I mean, Darkwing Duck is my preference, but
Have y'all seen the new trailer for the new Chip and Dale?
Yes.
no.
That looks wild. It's just Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
They're doing new Roger Rabbit.
So-
And Roger Rabbit's in it.
Like
It
in
looks
the same style?
Wild.
So
Yeah.
no. What they've done is like they started off. It's like a documentary about them splitting up and falling on hard times.
It's like a docudrama.
Yeah.
Like it feels like
And they have Chip and Dale, and Chip comes into Dale after being estranged for the first couple of years, and Dale's full CGI, whereas Chip is still traditional 2G. And Dale just goes, yeah, of course I got the full CGI work done.
CGI treatment.
Why wouldn't you?
Yep.
And throughout most of the film, Chip is 2D animation and Dale is 3D.
yeah.
That's great.
It's wild. And then like they end the trailer on like, oh no, we've fallen into that weird territory of like late 2000s Uncanny Valley where like it's like bad CGI where like characters' faces can't make eye contact properly and everything. It looks like great fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks horrifying.
Honest, like watch the trailer because if you liked Who Framed Roger Rabbit back in the day, it's just a modern version of that.
Do you know what I reckon it's time for? I think it's time we relax, we threw off our everyday clothes, and just quizzed everywhere. Let's quiz all over the place and even on your face because it's time to quiz your face off with Quiz on Your Face.
Quiz on your face.
So in this game, I have 4 questions, 2 from our beloved Patreons and 2 that I've made up from my own little bald noggin. I will read out the question, followed by 4 multiple choice answers. If you think you know the answer, yell out your name. I will ask you to give your answer. If you're right, you get a point. If you're wrong, the other remaining answers are read out or given to the other person. Every time you get one right, you get a point. And I've got the running scores here. So
I have a feeling.
Everyone who's been on the show,
Yeah.
I keep reading out their scores.
Yeah.
So, Braden, I think this year you've only been on one show.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was the first episode of the year
Yes.
in which we...
The maiden voyage of this game.
Yeah, the maiden voyage of Quiz on Your Face.
Yes. The first time we quizzed on our face.
Yeah. You always remember your first time.
You do. I mean, especially that sting. You know what I mean. Anto has been here for every show. And Jazz filled in for us for one show as well, and Floppy's been here for a couple, when he's not saving the world. Okay, so the scores are at the moment, Braden, you haven't got one right.
Understandably.
You're on 0. It's okay.
Had one shot at it.
Yeah.
You miss all the shots you don't take, and I haven't been taking any shots.
That's right. He's been just wiping those shots off his face. Jazz was on here for one show. She got 2.
Damn.
Yeah, 50%.
Good
50%
work.
strike rate. Not bad at all.
Oh, you used the term strike rate, and now I've got to think about work.
Anto, who's been on every show this year,
Yeah.
had an opportunity, 4 questions each and every episode. So he's on 3.
Hey, to be fair, none of these are like music-related questions, so
Anto, I feel like you've perfectly stepped into the shoes of me playing podcast games, because I tend to just somehow never get them.
let's put it like I'm never gonna live down, the high that was created that show that I got every single one before they even played.
Yeah.
So
The first bar is like, oh yeah, that's blah, 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 blah. And it was
Bye.
developed on this, blah, 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 blah.
This composer.
exactly.
We have to finish this game. It's not fun for anyone anymore. Speaking of fun, Floppy's on 7.
Floppy's having a great time.
Floppy knows his random quiz trivia. All right, so here we go. The very first question is from Patreon supporter Dylan the Villain. If you'd like to support us over at patreon.com/hackthedino or hackthedino.com, you can do so. All right, are we ready?
I will say, Dylan came and visited me at work because he's a wonderful Greenlight Comics customer. And he came in and said, I am almost 100% certain that neither Anto nor me will be able to get this quiz question.
Wow. If Floppy was here, I think he would have a good chance of getting this. But Floppy isn't here, so here we go.
Here we go.
Donkey Kong in the arcades was originally supposed to star which cartoon character?
Anto.
Anto?
I'm fairly certain it was Popeye and Bluto.
Correct! Well done. I'm going to read out my questions anyway.
I'm sorry, Dylan.
A, Betty Boop. B,
That would be wild.
Popeye. C, Felix the Cat. Or D, Braden has no idea who any of these characters are.
I will say, never watched any of those things in my life. I've seen one Betty Boop cartoon because it was a really interesting commentary on old school animation and, race.
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of that.
those old cartoons.
You got to back away from them.
I've heard the new Cuphead show is really good.
It is.
Because it feels like one of those old shows, just without all the racism.
Yeah, it's great. Yep.
Yeah, I'll have to
100%.
check it out.
Do you know what else is really good? I've been watching Runaways.
Oh, yes.
Really good. Really good. And we've been watching Hit Monkey, which is also really good.
I've heard that's been really fun.
Yeah, good time. Fun
That's good.
times.
I'm very much looking forward to Moon Knight.
I've just been watching Star Trek Next Generation through for the first time properly ever.
I've just been looking at the posters for Moon Knight because Oscar Isaac looks incredible.
Cannot wait to see him as Solid Snake.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oscar Isaac. Yes.
What was the original name for the Xbox? Was it A, Project Reality, B, NXT, C, Direct Xbox, or D, George? Anto?
Direct Xbox.
Correct.
Oh man, I totally would have guessed George. That's a good one.
Oh, Anto, you're up to 5.
Hey,
you're on fire, dude.
Apparently all we needed was for Braden to come on.
Yeah, we just needed you to come on and me and be like, fuck you, Brandon.
Yeah. And so whenever you want to catch up, just invite me on the show.
The next question was from our beloved Patreon supporter, Michael Towns from Game Boy Games. Go check him out over at gameboygames.com, but not Game Boy as your traditional boy, but as a buoy, as in one that floats in the sea. GameBuoyGames.com.
Townsy.
Do you know he made a floppy game? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see you made a floppy
He
game.
made a floppy game.
Oh my god.
We're in it as well.
Oh,
But
great.
No, it's the floppy game. It's
Is
what it's
it
called.
small enough to fit on a floppy disk?
It's small enough to fit on a Game Boy cart, and Michael Towns is going to give it a go. Oh
my god, yes.
So you can buy Floppy's game.
Oh, that's great.
If you'd like to play it, head to hackthedino.com. Scroll down. I've got the link there.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, here we go. Which music rhythm game made the artist 10 times the amount of profit compared to any of their albums? Was it A, Michael Jackson, The Experience, B, Guitar Hero, Aerosmith, C, rock band, The Beatles, or D, ABBA, You Can Dance?
Oh, that is a tough
That's
one.
a tough one. I have 2 that I think are the right answer.
Oh, they're all really big names.
Anto?
I'm going to guess Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
Correct!
That was going to be my guess as well.
Well
so
done.
Well
So
done.
they made 10 times the amount of money.
That's insane.
Yeah, the licensing
'Cause-
that they got paid to have their likeness in the game was nuts.
Damn. Because I remember, wasn't the Beatles like the first nail in the coffin for... Like, they
For
spent so
harmonics,
much
yeah.
money on doing it that then when the hype for that sort of game had dropped suddenly, which just so happened to correlate with their most expensive game they'd done, it did not do well for them at all.
The best part for Aerosmith as well, with giving their likeness to the game, on the Wii graphics, with all the plastic surgery, they looked exactly the same.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, spot on.
Okay, and finally, come on, Braden.
Unless this is
this
like
one.
hyper related to anything that I'm passionate about.
Oh no, actually,
We'll see.
I think you got a good chance.
I've
here.
got some general knowledge.
Yeah, I think this one's.
We
right up
haven't
your
seen
alley.
any tonight, but
Here it is. The UK versions of FIFA 2001 and Gran Turismo 2 shipped with a peculiar gimmick. What was that gimmick? Was it A, buy one, get one free? B, a chance to win a lap of a soccer pitch in a car? C, stock options? Or D, scratch and sniff discs?
Anto,
Anto?
do a lap in a soccer match in a car?
No, incorrect.
Braden,
Braden?
I'm going to say D, scratch and sniff discs.
You are correct. It came with scratch and sniff discs.
Yes! Yes! Did it smell like
hell?
burnt tires?
I have
like,
no idea.
Like tire rubber and
Jesus.
like grass?
I couldn't find any other information other than each of the discs had scratch and sniff on it.
It smells like fuel, and it smells like David Beckham's nether regions.
Which are funnily the same smell. Curious. Posh Spice just really going to town on old
That
Bex.
could not have made them money, like, from a production standpoint.
I have no
That's
idea.
so much on... Well, I mean, I guess it is just a scratch and sniff sticker that you're putting on a disc.
Yeah, but still. Yeah.
But then, like, for the case would smell like it forever. Like, that plastic in that case would just sting.
What have you
Brayden,
found?
your
That's
guess that
incredible.
they smelled like grass and car tires is exactly right.
Oh
my
that's
God.
another point.
Yes,
That's
double
another point for
points.
Brayden.
Double
No.
points.
Yep, another point.
That's
Double
not
points.
fair.
Oh, it's my game. I'll do whatever the hell I want. I'll give him one of yours if you don't shut your trap.
I'm so happy that I mean, that tells you how much thought went into the promotional material and the marketing team.
What about the scratch and sniff?
What if we do scratches? And, oh yeah, it could smell like burnt
Grass.
tires and grass.
What does grass smell like? Weed?
Yeah. They originally went to their friends over at Amsterdam and then were like, wait, no, wrong grass. That's so dumb. Oh my God. I was originally going to say that they would like just take you for a pub crawl.
Yeah.
But like, that's so much better.
I don't know why the phrase "a chance to win a lap of a soccer pitch in a car" made me laugh.
That's great. I can imagine it totally being just like a little go-kart too. Like,
I thought a game.
Just a golf car.
All right,
man.
End of that round. We have Brayden on 2,
yes.
Jazz on 2, Anto on 6,
Ooh.
and Floppy on 7.
So close.
So you're closing in again, Anto, for someone who is a self-described unknowledgeable guy.
Hey, I'm not self-described unknowledgeable. How
Yes, you
dare
did.
you?
said that.
Hyper knowledgeable on this much of topics.
You want to know about Beanie Babies? That's your boy. Tell us about your Beanie Babies collection, Anto.
An entire mattress.
Just there is
I
no
have
mattress.
one.
It's just Beanie Babies.
No, it's the outer shell of a mattress, but the internal organs of the mattress are just Beanie Babies screaming.
That sounds like a horror movie.
Oh, you think that, but it's actually quite comfy.
It's actually my new kids' book.
All those open mouths.
Is Dan doing the drawings for
Dan is, and there's a lot of severed you-knows.
Severed
in-
you-knows.
Yeah, severed you-know-whats in
It
that
makes a
one.
really, if you're actually playing Unos with those severed Unos, it makes a really interesting sound when
Yeah.
you slap it down.
Yeah. And if you get a reverse, watch out.
Head on over to TerraVision Podcast to know what the F we're talking about.
TerraVision Horror Podcast, I'm legally obliged to tell you about it because Dan pays me.
What else can you tell us about, Brayden?
I can tell you about the wonderful folks at Greenlight Comics, which includes me. Come buy your comics and manga there. We sell so much manga. Oh my God. Manga is just insanely popular at the moment. It's terrifying.
And what else do you do?
I also do a wonderful little podcast called Millennial Movie Talk, MMT. It's a movie podcast. Where
Not
we
to be
chat-
confused with MDMT or MGMT.
MGMT. Actually, that where that kind of works. We used to have a terrible name, so now we have MMT, Millennial Movie Talk, which isn't accurate to anyone on the show.
Correct, because you're all Zoomers.
But it works well for a title.
Yep.
And
Clickback, SEO.
and we made a nice logo, and we have committed to it. But no, you can catch our review of the Batman. You can. We should be hopefully having some more reviews coming soon. Thanks to my work at Greenlight, I think I'll be the only person I know at all going to see Morbius.
Lucky you.
I want to go and see Morbius just because I'm curious about it.
I'm curious.
He's the most boring freaking Spider-Man villain.
Not enough to pay for a ticket, so I'm glad I got free ones.
Okay.
Thanks, Sony. But I'll be taking my pa to see me. My pa loves the Resident Evil movies and the Underworld movies, and those type of movies. So we'll see if he enjoys it, but I also don't think he enjoys Jared Leto very much, so we'll see. He's very glad we got free tickets as well. So that review will be coming up
Well, it's already a glowing recommendation.
start of next month.
Wouldn't bother seeing if I didn't get this for free.
Yeah.
MMT.
Thanks, Sony. I am curious to see how much of Michael Keaton is in it, because I assume he's in it for like 10
There's
seconds.
literally 10 minutes of him, I think.
Like I wouldn't even say 10 minutes. I think he would be in that movie for maybe 30 seconds. and it's going to be so fleeting. The fact that Matt Smith is the like lead antagonist of the movie, and he's only had a line of dialogue in the final trailer.
Yeah.
This movie is set for failure. They're
also-
still casting like Craven and stuff. I don't know what Sony are doing. At the
Also,
moment.
rumors that there were reshoots because they wanted one Andrew Garfield in it after the
Oh
popularity
my
of Homecoming.
God, please. That would actually make me enjoy the movie, honestly.
You mean to tell me that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are actually in the new Spider-Man movies?
No.
No.
No, they're not. They're definitely not posting it on all their social media and marketing, and it's not everywhere, no matter what.
Well, I've actually managed to avoid basically 99.9% of all of that. So,
oh, congrats, good
thanks.
for you. He should win an Oscar.
No, it's fine. I knew. It's fine.
I was panicking then because I
incredible.
thought we ruined someone's day.
Man, no, but when Andrew Garfield shows up in the Batman, it's incredible.
Right?
No, honestly, can you imagine? Oh, it'd be so good. No, yeah, but you can go check out our stuff over there. You can see when we got thousands of people angry at us when we didn't like Godzilla vs. Kong. You can, for some reason, see our most popular videos, which are MCU castings that we did 3 years ago. And they're our biggest videos we ever did. You can see the Oscars in memoriam that we did, that people didn't get the joke because it was about things that got snubbed that year at the Oscars. And people were like, that person isn't dead. It's like, oh my God, it's a joke.
No, it's the internet. People don't do jokes.
Yeah, people.
No-
I think
no
it's
jokes.
really interesting that your Cats video is like the lowest one here, which is very good.
Well, hey, tell you what, Alex and I went and saw Cats. Alex loved Cats, and I hated it with a passion. But hey, you know what? That's movies for you. We've all got different opinions. You can listen to us yabber on about No Way Home and all that jazz, and Colin Farrell's dick.
Cool. You know what I like about like talking about games and instead of movies? Movies you have to commit at least 2 hours of your life to. Whereas
true.
games, I can go 30 minutes, done.
Yeah, games you can literally watch a trailer for something and
Yep.
be like, no,
Not me.
not at all.
Yep.
Whereas for a movie, you're always going to have that thing where you're like, oh, I should give it a go though. Maybe. But games, I can watch a trailer for that random Square Enix shit and be like, I'm never going to touch that. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I see a trailer for a movie and I'm like, I do kind of am curious and I want to see what that movie's about.
See, I go the other way. I see a movie trailer and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't need to see this.
Well, yeah, some movie trailers are very like that.
And what else do you do?
What else do? I do social media for Hack the Dino. So if you head over to hackthedino.com and you check out our Instagram and our TikTok and our Facebook page and all that good stuff, I do that when there's stuff to talk about, which, honestly, until State of Play, there wasn't really anything happening this week.
No, there wasn't.
Surely a new skin in Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of them.
Yeah, there's
I
a
think
few of
MJ's
those.
coming out.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Finally, something to get me in the
No, Michael Jackson, sorry.
Oh,
I
no.
got my MJs
no.
mixed up.
Oh, no.
The
Don't
recurring
play
joke
with
has
that
come
skin,
back.
kids. Don't.
No. It comes with an age requirement.
And pants.
But yeah, other than social media for us, you can also find me on Instagram under Yo It's Anto with a 0, not an O, because someone's already taken my name.
Bastard.
Classic.
I generally just post occasional video game pickups and bits and pieces here and there when I have time between working overnights and sleeping and Elden Ring to do stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot else. I play video games. I'll occasionally stream on our Twitch channel when we can get it working.
Oh, the Twitch channel's fine.
Twitch channel's
the
fine.
computer.
It's this PC.
Which will be fixed next show because we're going to buy a new motherboard.
Yeah, we have to buy an entire new motherboard.
Yep, we're gonna sort it.
So if you'd like to head over to patreon.com and select the motherboard option.
You can drop $250 to help actually make the computer not shit itself.
But
I do feel kind of bad because I built the computer and I'm worried that it's something that I did.
Well, that's why, you left. You saw the writing on the wall.
I was
I'm
just
gonna
like,
get out
well,
of here
that
before it
motherboard's
goes."
wobbly. I'm gonna get out of here. No, I'm going to make the effort to help fix the computer to make up, balance it out. So
And then you can head over to Bad Game Arts, where I look at the worst art that the 90s and early 2000s had on video game covers mostly. I sort of gone off the video game art books for a while and just found a plethora of really bad video game art on covers. Now, Anto, is the internet working enough that we can actually see some of this, or should we just wrap things up? We are wrapping things up, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
will say, I've been reading old Marvel comics lately, and speaking of bad game art, I'm incredibly worried about like some of the errors of Marvel that I'm gonna get into over these next couple months and years and everything, because like I see the art from some of these, like especially like 90s comics, and it's just like
Mark Bagley.
I don't want to read any of that at all.
Are you just holding the mobile up to the camera?
Yep.
Mobile.
Well, I guess you're not really missing out on anything.
Cellular device.
But bad game arts, check that out. But you can also go to hackthedino.com and find links to everything that we do. Thank you very much, Braden, for coming tonight.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
Appreciate you coming back, and it will hopefully happen more often when you're not so busy.
It will. Thankfully, this timed up nicely. Well, I mean, it didn't time up nicely for Floppy to be in ISO, but like it timed up nicely where it was early enough in the uni semester where I didn't feel like my brain was going to explode. I'm almost there, but it timed out nicely. So, and
Awesome.
It's always fun to come and chat shit with you guys.
Yeah, and see my head explode.
Yeah, it's great fun. And the tech difficulties are a hoot and a throwback.
I can't believe we went and got a PC and didn't even use it.
I can't believe we've had the wonderful folks on Instagram Live over here. We've had the wonderful Carl and Bud. We've had Game Boy Games. We've had Dylan the Villain. We've had Intenvania.
I can't believe this is still going.